Sir, women file for divorce at a 70 or 80% rate because men aren't doing the work of relationships, and women come to the conclusion that they are doing this work alone. My husband and I share a common narrative about our own marital struggles on these accounts. He has a much more popular account than I do. And every single day, he gets hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comments, and over the course of his account, thousands from women who are getting divorced or who are divorced that say that they deeply loved their husband, but they can no longer labor alone. They'll sometimes tell him things like, I wish my husband would have done the changes and done the listening that you've done because I longed for him to change because I loved our relationship. Women don't despise men. Women largely aren't trying to hurt men when they leave. But it is exhausting to be alone doing the labor and work of a long-term relationship. And women at some point have to find respect for themselves. Because if you are pulling most of that weight emotionally, you get tired and it just can't respect yourself after time. So women aren't leaving marriages because of lack of love for men. They're leaving marriages because they find a love for themselves, not to continue to be mistreated. Women also mention that they have been trying to communicate and wait and give excuses and or time for their husbands to change. And it'll be years, sometimes decades, that they say they've waited for these changes. And they don't see them. There's also a whole group of women that say they don't have the courage or the finances to leave a marriage that's excruciatingly lonely or hard for them. This is interesting because I don't think men are ill-willed. I just don't think we teach men on the whole pro-social skill building that it would take to have long-term co-created partnerships with women, because for the longest time, women were generally financially trapped in relationships, so men didn't need to have these skills. Women were trapped.